robust urban garlic flavor.
$7 tip from oh, they want me to see. All right, pro tip. If you want me to keep you anonymous, don't say, hey, it's me, but I want to be anonymous. Dude, don't say your name first. Say, I want to be anonymous. By the way, it is, because I almost read your name. Anyway, it sure would be great to get some good kick support tonight. Kick support has been insanely slow in the last several days. So if it picks up tonight, that would be great. It sure would get you guys on the path to getting back those morale messages. But hey, when kick is slow, I ain't going to give you extra stuff, man. Okay.
Hello everybody, the day is finally here. Happy Halloween. I wonder what his costume is going to be this year. He's probably going to be PPP's man moves. So DSP is having some issues with late night horror games, especially on the Hick side because he wants to badger those freeloading LARPers for support. So let's see how he rants after a second straight stream of not hitting the goal on the night.
So, all right, let's get to shoutouts. There's nothing to shout out. Come on. That was the cue. Come on. That was the cue. Do I really need to spell it out for you? Come on. Oh, man. Alrighty. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed. The thing is, I like the game. And again, I said this when it came out last Friday. It's a throwback. It definitely is a slow burn game, meaning there's not always going to be a bunch going on, but then all of a sudden a bunch of crazy stuff will happen all at once. That's like, whoa, what? I like it, but it seems like with you guys, it's very hit or miss. Like the first stream didn't do well, the last stream did well, and now this one again hasn't done well. So I take that back. The first stream did do well, but it was like last minute someone came by. Last stream actually did very well. This one, obviously no. So it is what it is. And, you know, I hope that you guys will come back for it again. I am going to continue the playthrough again next week, but it's much like the same situation as what's going on with Ninja Gaiden 4. If it doesn't do well, then we're not going to play again. All right? And what's, you know, I had a good time with it. I think there was some people who were engaged, but it was like 4 people. You know what I mean? So, I guess we'll see what happens.
Admittedly, 4 people being interested in DSP's gameplay is a lot. Once again, we have a business meeting where he doesn't hit the goal and he just spends it whining and complaining to his audience, hey, I didn't get enough money. It doesn't matter what the cumulative total for the week is, it's just, hey, this stream bombed, so that means every stream is bombing and I must panic about it. He doesn't get how exhausting this can be to his audience, and that's why he's bleeding people. People don't want to tune into this stuff.
Next time when we play it next week. Okay, because I am going to play it again. Only one slow stream of the game doesn't mean I'm taking it out of the rotation. But if it becomes a pattern, then I will. You know? So
this is your one and only warning, Dents. You either pay up next time or the game gets it. Isn't this fun, chill streams?
And I'll say this distinctly. I said it before and I'll say it again. There's almost no support on Kick right now. And I don't know why. That's 2 nights in a row where we had literally 1 sub, maybe 500 kicks all night, so like $10 from Kick. You realize you guys are a third of my audience, right? $10 is not equivalent to you being a third of my audience. You know, the YouTube side, there was a lot of super chats tonight. A lot. Kick side. So what's going on over there? Because there used to be people who were supporting. Where did you go?
So let's see, DSP made $66 of support, so he's saying $10 of that came from Kick, so that means the rest of the 56 came from YouTube or Kick. So even if Kick support was a third of that, it would be like a little over $25 of Kick support, and that would only give him like an extra $15 to $20, so he still wasn't hitting the goal. He would still have the same whining session. And just to give you an idea of how much Phil expects from his audience, he usually has around 150 to 200 people on YouTube YouTube and 50 to 75 people on Kick. So that means he basically wants $1 per viewer each stream. That's not going to happen, especially if you stream 12 times a week.
Yeah, again, I gave you the messages. So you know what? Oh, hold on. I got another 100 kicks from Natty Skinny Fatty. Natty Skinny Fatty. All right. Garrett, it's all good. You don't have to worry, man. You were supportive tonight. You were not only helping with the game, but you were also helping with everything. Support-wise, with super chats and everything. You don't have to ever worry about that. You're cool, man. All right. All set. I fixed my error. No more messages for moral support, because you guys are abusing the moral support system, thinking that's funny, joking about it, and saying, oh yeah, moral support, and then no one supports. So you get nothing now. I was nice to you. I was nice enough to you to give you Kick viewers something extra that you wanted, and then you took away. That's not how life works. You're supposed to reciprocate when someone does something nice for you. You're not supposed to now be a dick and try to troll. So now I took it away, and you're not going to get it back.
Phil, that's not something extra. That is the standard on Kick. It's the same thing on Twitch. You telling your fans they can't use highlighted messages means you are giving them a less than standard experience. You are just complaining because people were using all the highlighted messages. That doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't going to support. It's just that the other people that usually give you money just happen not to be there for those streams. So you're basically crying about not getting an extra $15 because you think that extra $15 would have meant that you got like an extra 50 or something. You are a whiny, entitled brat, and it's so transparent that I can't understand why anybody would actually take you seriously and say, yes, you are deserving of all this money that you claim to need. You are a streamer, yes, implicitly. If you don't get enough money, you can't keep streaming. You have to go do something else. But to make it explicit leads to people not wanting to support you. It leads to people getting angry at you. It leads to people getting ticked off because you're spending more time emphasizing the money than entertaining them. So it shows you where your priorities really are. Yes, you need money, but if you make the streams about money, people are going to be like, why am I even here? He's just playing a video game. I can just go watch anybody else playing a video game and they're more entertaining and more interesting.
Maybe if we start getting consistent Kick support again, like we had, then maybe I'll give you the messages back. Let's see what happens, because right now, you've done absolutely nothing to earn my trust or get those messages.
And to show you how thin-skinned and pathetic DSP is, this has only been 2 night streams. On the day streams, he's been hitting the goals. Because people asked him, hey, Kick, fix the feature where people that were banned are now no longer able to send highlighted messages. So yeah, he's making his streams less engaging and less interactive. It's the same thing he did with the YouTube comment section. That's part of why his views are so low, because he's like, no, I don't want any comments anymore. People actually want to interact with your content, and on YouTube that drives it. On Kick with streaming, I'm sure it drives it. So you just want to sit there and stream to less and less people. You just want the 5 people that give you money. That's not how a successful streamer operates. It's how a successful scammer operates.
However, Cop Top 12 just did a $5 super chat and says, good night, Phil. Good stream. Keep it positive. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So now we at least got to like 70 of support, which I appreciate. Thank you so much. All right. So this playthrough will continue next week. All right. Why? Because I'm busy with new game releases and the Halloween marathon. This will return on a late stream next week. Now, if it does well next week, we'll keep going. Tonight, obviously not so good. It is disappointing because the first 2 streams we did hit the goal and people seem to like it. I don't know why, particularly 1 or 2 people who really like the game weren't here tonight. I know that for a fact. So
yeah, DSP scheduled a stream where the whales supporting the game did not show up. I wonder how he ran into that thing. And of course, he's going to take it out on everybody else because he's like, I didn't get money from 2 people. You got to pick up the slack of the whales when they're not here because I expect as much. He's such an ungrateful idiot.
Let's see what happens next week. But thank you to those who were here and actually did support. I appreciate you very much. And we'll see what happens next time. Okay? By the way, if you're an on-demand viewer of this playthrough, you can always contribute with a super thanks. You can send a tip and be sure to say, hey, this is for this playthrough. I like the game. Please keep it in the rotation. I'd like to know. All right? I know there are on-demand people watching. I just don't know particularly, how much they like, if they support or not, because you're not here live.
And nobody does that because DSP puts exactly 0 effort in his on-demand videos. He spends time uploading them, but that's it. I wouldn't call that effort, I just call that a waste of time. And it's like, hey, if I want to keep the playthrough going but I only have $5, that doesn't mean anything to Phil, and everybody knows it. So he doesn't get those small contributions.
All right, guys, thank you. I'll see you next time for more Tormented Souls 2. All right. Well, guys, it's a shame. It really is a shame. Because, like I said, if the Kick viewers had supported tonight, we would have hit the goal. Seriously. Because the vast majority of support that we had tonight was all YouTube side. Tons of super chats. And one tip, but tons of super chats. And then Kick had 1 sub. And maybe, like I said, probably were at this point like 700 kicks, and that was it. So...
yeah, so once again, he's gaslighting his audience because he's mad that people are using the moral support to send their custom messages, because DSP is a control freak and he wants to dictate everything. So you can only have the fun stuff when you give Phil tons of money, otherwise he won't let you have the most basic thing that every other streamer has. And at that point, why even be held hostage like that? You should just leave and go to another stream. And Phil just thinks everybody's a troll, and that's what happens, is that you alienate the people that aren't trolls by your nonsense, leaving you with just trolls.
And Kick used to be supportive, so I don't know what's up with you guys. I really don't. I don't know what's up with you guys. You know, I was actually nice. And again, this is me being real with you. I was nice to you because you guys were asking for days and days. You said the moral support has been fixed. Can we start doing messages again in moral support? I said, I'll do that for you. Why not? And I even did it on the fly in the middle of a stream. I didn't have to do that. I've turned on all these messages for you. And you guys started using them. And the moment I turned them on, all of a sudden, all the real support dries up. Well, that's not how life works. That's not how it works at all. It's, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You ask for something, I'll give it to you. But then you got to continue to support what I'm doing. Now, so now we have pop-ups without having to contribute, so now we stop contributing? That's not how it works.
Yeah, you see, it's quid pro Phil. You give Phil whatever he wants, and otherwise he'll throw a fit. Here's the thing that he's not thinking about. Are people sending messages because they want to send messages, or are they sending you money because they want to send you money and they just happen to attach a message to it? If they're only sending you money to send a message, yeah, but what does that tell about you? It means they don't care about your content and they don't care about supporting it. So at that point, why are you even bothering streaming on Kick or paying attention to it? And this doesn't mean that there's going to be a sudden influx of Kick support. I didn't watch last night's stream, but it's like, it's going to be the same people donating to you over and over again, and the people just using sock accounts. The bulk of that audience doesn't support you, and guess what? The bulk of most streaming audiences do not financially support their streamer. They support them by just being there. And on Kick, you apparently get a fairly good cut of money just from having some sort of an audience. So yeah, having them on stream actually matters, Phil, regardless of what you think they should be doing. When you see everybody as a freeloader, it causes problems because what you are offering is free. You are not charging a subscription fee to go on to this site and see the link. It is accessible to everybody. That's what you don't understand. You have to earn it, and you have done nothing to earn it. You just whine and moan, and people who have a sick interest in that continue to give you money. Or people that are really dumb, you manipulate, and then they give you money. It's never about enjoying your content. It's just some parasocial thing relating to you.
Okay. All right. And it's sad because I know that there are nights that we have fun and the Kick viewers are supportive. It just hasn't happened 2 nights in a row now. You know, it's sad. Because sometimes it goes really well, and then all of a sudden now we'll get a span where people just want to be dicks. I don't know what to say. Can't make you not be a dick, right?
Yeah, Phil's being very transparent and honest here. If you don't give him money, he considers you to be a jerk.
All right, so like I said in the end of the video there, I'm not giving up on Tormented Souls 2. The first 2 streams, we did actually hit support goals for the game. So I'm not going to be like, oh no, you know, that's the end of the playthrough or anything like that. And quite frankly, we already are about halfway into it. And I do like it. I am enjoying the game. So I want to keep going with it. All right? But if we have another stream where we're not getting close to hitting a goal, then I got to question it. You know, Ninja Gaiden 4 last night was pretty bad. I don't know. On that one, I'm already kind of questioning. People were saying, yeah, try other games then do Outer Worlds 2 or something. You know what I'm saying? But in regards to this one made sense. It's part of the season. So
Yeah, DSP doesn't get he's doing theming and people are still not giving him money for it. Phil, there could be a lot of reasons why you didn't get stream money on one night. There could be a lot of reasons why you didn't get money 2 night streams in a row. You're just trying to look into it too much, and that's what's causing you problems. Because instead of, okay, I just had a lousy night, you just sit here in your soapbox and you just whine about it, which leads to more people wanting to see that happen more often than not. So there are going to be more nights where you don't hit goals. So you may have feasts, but you'll also have famines.
I don't know. But then we have streams that are overwhelmingly positive, like Pokemon. Earlier today, again with Silk Song, great amount of support. In fact, we exceeded a goal. So I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. I it's just not predictable anymore. You know, it's to the point where it's not the end of the world. I'm not going broke because we have 1 or 2 slow streams. It's just disconcerting that I do something nice to go the extra mile for one group of viewers, and literally 2 nights in a row, they screw me. Messed up. Anyway.
Yeah, you see, Phil expects to be rewarded for doing the most basic things, so if you don't do that, he's going to throw a fit. He doesn't understand how ridiculously greedy and entitled he comes off here. He's taking stuff away from his audience. He's punishing them because they didn't give him money. What is this, Phil? You're a live streamer. You're acting like a Sunday school teacher. Are you gonna pull out the ruler and start whacking knuckles when you don't get enough money? Is that DSP gaming in 2026?
All right, well, I do want to say thanks to those who were here and were positive and enjoyed the content tonight. All right? Tomorrow, it's all about Mortal Kombat. Now, to be honest, I don't know how this is gonna go. What I was just told on stream is that this collection doesn't have any kind whatsoever of ranking system or lobbies. It's literally just random match after random match, and it's completely meaningless.
So he's gonna be calling anybody that beats him a lag-abusing scrub. Calling it right now.
That is insanely a joke. That means they put 0 effort into the collection. That me off. What that means is that maybe tomorrow we'll really enjoy it because it'll be premiere launch day. There'll be a lot of people playing it, and then maybe we'll get play a few more times over the next month, and then it's probably going to die. That's disappointing. I don't know why they keep messing these collections up, but it's like no one listens. So at least tomorrow we'll have some fun. I hope that you guys will join me. I am going to play Mortal Kombat all day tomorrow on both streams. We'll probably start with some offline content and play through the 3 to 4 games, arcade mode, just for me to remember how to play them or whatever. But we're going to do a lot of online play too. Like I want to play it a lot online. It's just I got to get used to playing it before we can do that. All right. So all Mortal Kombat tomorrow. No podcast tomorrow. All right. None. So that should be fun. And remember, of course, Friday, it is time for a very fun Halloween marathon all day long on Friday. Okay? Cool.
I like how he's already starting people to panic about Mortal Kombat, whatever. And he's like, yeah, this game I don't have high hopes for, so you better pony up the money. And then the scariest thing that could happen to DSP on Halloween is his marathon not doing well at all, because then he can't play champions. The good thing is that he is in a gated community, so he's not going to have many trick-or-treaters, if at all. Hey, you know, Kat or Jasper will handle that. See, somebody asked Phil if he got Halloween candy. You know, if he did, he would actually just order it online. He wouldn't go to the store. But really, him handing out candies to little kids, he would just leave like a cauldron or something out there with a note attached that said leave money.
By the way, Jag X Strikes did a $2 super chat, said at least moral support is better than no support. Moral support is literally just a pop-up for the viewer in the chat. It has nothing, it doesn't help me at all. It's not even like on YouTube, where on YouTube, if someone likes the stream or whatever, you get more engagement and you have a chance your stream will get thrown into featured more. There's nothing like that on Kick. The whole moral support channel point system is literally a feature for the viewer. So I give the viewer that feature to be nice to them. They have reciprocated within 2 days by taking away my support. Therefore, they don't get anything extra. And that's their own fault.
Yeah, in Phil's mind, everything is based on direct causation. There's no other factors. He's saying, oh, since I enabled this feature, it must be why I didn't get a lot of support on Kick these past 2 days. And honestly, it could have just been because it just had slow night streams where the whales don't show up, and that's usually how it always is, but Phil just doesn't want to admit it. He even said, oh, 2 people that usually support the game were not here tonight. So as a result, he's punishing everybody. That is how Phil operates. And that is why he has a dwindling audience. That's why he lost people. He had millions of viewers monthly for years, and he lost it because he stopped catering to people. All he caters to now is people that give him a lot of money. Everybody else is cheap, freeloader, unwanted, things like that. As a result, he's Mr. Toxic, and he doesn't realize that because in his mind, he's providing you a service, and you must pay him for it. It doesn't matter if the service is bad. It doesn't matter if he puts no effort in. He's just holding out his hand there and expecting $150 from one person. And if he doesn't get that, he throws a fit. He doesn't know how to build anything. He's just entitled to it. He thinks you're his mommy and daddy and you must give him his allowance.
So I hope they understand. That's why I did it. Not because I'm trying to be a jerk. They were a jerk to me for 2 days.
Phil, you are the definition of a jerk. You are the king of hate. You are Mr. Toxic. Them not giving you money is not them being a jerk to you. They're hanging out on your stream, Phil. If you don't like it, shut the Kick chat down. Stop streaming on Kick. Just stream exclusively on YouTube. You are so thin-skinned and you are so pathetic. That's why we're all laughing at you, because you are a joke.
Okay, actually, we actually with that super chat got halfway to the goal. Bonos Tecmo says, yes, it's confirmed. The devs are waiting to see if it sells. If it doesn't, they're not going to add any features, but if it does, they will, and that's BS. I completely agree. You don't sell a game and then add features later. You sell the game, make it good first. Then you earn the sale. Like, it's f***ed up what they're doing. That's backwards game development, and they shouldn't be performing business like that. That's ludicrous.
I agree fundamentally with what Phil is saying here. Like, I'd rather have the complete entire product right there, especially in terms of game preservation. But the reason why companies do this is, one, so they can charge DLC, and two, so you have something to go back to the game once there's a new update.
Okay, everyone, I hope that you all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow all day long for Mortal Kombat. First some offline to get the, the cobwebs and the rust off. And then we'll definitely go online and play, and we'll see how it goes, okay? This person did a $2 super chat and says, at least Wings doesn't act like you have tonight. Yeah, and then Wings has like $10 streams, dude.
Well, Wings doesn't have as many actual fans as you do, and he doesn't have the e-begging skills that you do as well, and he lacks the whales that you have, so you're in a much better spot than he is because you have refined your e-begging skills. And you know, the trolling that Wings got was much worse than yours, and it still is to this day, and that's probably why he only has $10 streams.
He sits there playing a game, no one's paying attention, no one cares. And then he says, well, I'm not making enough. Well, yeah, you're not making enough because you're playing Battlefield, which no one wants to see. What do you want me to do? Sorry, I'm a businessman. You know, I am. I'm an entertainer, I'm a gamer, and I'm a businessman. And I'm good at it. You know, I'm definitely good at it, or else I wouldn't be doing as well as I am. That's why I'm frustrated when we have nights when we don't hit the goal. That's why I'm frustrated when we have 2 nights we don't hit a goal, and when I gave these people something extra. So too bad.
And that attitude is why Phil went from a top-rated YouTuber / live streamer to the deadbeat panhandler he is today. He doesn't take into account the people in his audience that don't give huge amounts of money to him. That's all he cares about, and because of that, everybody else is blown to the wayside. So if he sustained an audience, hey, he could have been getting 10,000 views a video whenever he posts like a 20-minute segment. He wouldn't need to do all these stupid gameplay clips. He could have just uploaded something and hey, people would actually want to watch it. But now they're like, yeah, I'd rather watch the clipper because Phil's an idiot.
Mad TV's on? I could send people over to Mad TV. What do you think? Should I do it or not? I would send it over, but I don't know. With the way these people have been behaving recently, maybe we just didn't even bother, since they're behaving so poorly. It's obvious there's a strong troll element, particularly the nights when Casino is streaming. He's come over here and they try to just ruin the stream. So I honestly don't want to send people over and then they're going to troll this guy.
The thing is, they probably won't even troll this guy. They'd probably just bring up how much of a DSP is a joke thing and have him play the I Need That Buddy song and things like that, because that has happened before. They're more concerned about making Phil look like a joke than anything else.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Good point. Forget it. I'm not going to do it because I don't even want a chance that people are going to be dicks to Mad TV. He doesn't deserve that. This troll element that's sitting here acting like toxic. They're starting to piss me off. So, all right. Phil loves Fuse. For the record, you've been supportive. It's not you I'm talking about. Because he says you can't rate him if you can't trust us. It's not everyone, but take a look at how many people are here trolling. You see how many people are there trolling? It's not the regulars who are here and actually supporting. It's these
220.
All right. I'm just going to get out of here. All right, guys. Have a good night. See you all in the morning for Mortal Kombat, all right? Peace out. Have a good night. Bye-bye. I think you're seeing a small change.